Ray Reynolds here with RaisCredit.com, the voice of credit. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some fun today. I'd like you to listen and learn. Please write things down. The ultimate goal is to get it in the mind versus on the camera. It's very crucial that you learn how to get what I call pass go. The ultimate thing is for you to understand the information we're going to present to you today is pretty well protected anyway. I've been helping people for 43 years, literally get millions and billions. Used to be the incorporator for most of your rich and famous as well. So had a radio show, TV show, all kinds of fun stuff. Now, why I'm wearing a cap today? All right, I was in the hospital yesterday morning, and there's me. All right, they gave me some knee surgery. I waited almost a year for it. So reality is I always like to go live, and let me tell you, I'll always see it, believe it, and go get it. That's just to me. So as we do this. So keep in mind today on your tablet or in your pen, write down building your future. You see, I was lucky and used and abused as a child, and I was lucky that God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall and most things. So I had to get what I get out of what I call hell. So the reality is today, I want you to think about it differently. Everybody seems to kind of give up because they fall down or somebody gets in their way. What I want you to do is look at it like I do. All right, plan on the problems. Literally, you got to plan on the problems, okay? Something's going to happen. Something's going to get in your way. It could be your CPA, your attorney, could be your bank, could be your friend, could be anybody in your life. You could stub your toe today. It doesn't really matter. I want you to write down safety credit. I want you to focus on this. Literally, you can get the American dream. If I can do it, you can do it too. So as we do this, now I need you to write down the line of defense. See, we've got to be prepared because something's going to go definitely wrong. All right, we can't give up. Now, for me, like I said, I tried to get out of hell, and that's what I had to do for me. See, I was basically dropped off Redondo Beach Pier at 6:30 in the morning by Mrs. Hope. I got to live with the rich and famous Hope families, but she got her weekly and monthly checks, but she was like the she-devil from hell. So me, today, I want to get you past go. A lot of times you're kind of stuck, you kind of gave up. So I'll show you some things that I obtained through my little journey. All right, I want to get you through your journey as well. It could be anywhere from breaking world records I've done many times, the Lamborghinis, the helicopters, the race boats, the yachts. All right, kind of fun stuff as well, and even the mansions. So you got some choices. See, I haven't had a paycheck for decades. I don't need one. All right, but what I do need to do is help change the world as much as I can until the day I die. So let's understand something. On your tablet, your pen, whatever you got in front of you, write down Ray's rules. You see, I'm going to give you some rules and some tools to get you where you need to go, and that's the ultimate thing. Yes, the world's readjusting and it's changing. It's kind of crazy sometimes. But remember, we must do our best, and at the end of the day, Jesus has to do the rest. Amen to that. You see, what happens to most people, like you and me, what happens is we lose our job, we have an emergency, and all of a sudden we panic. And what happens is, all right, we run out of time. We run out of money, we run out of credit, and then we jack it up. In 42 days, we bring the pain home. What I want you to focus is today is an alternative never to bring the pain home. So you got some choices. You see, what happens is you got to find some of the time you're missing. For me, all right, I'm up every day usually at 2:25. First thing I do is I drop to my knees and I thank God for another day. And then I get ready to go after what I need to do that day. So what I want you to do is kind of reprogram yourself. Starting tomorrow morning, you should get up at 4:30. All right, a.m., by the way. I don't want you sleeping in anymore. If you want it bad enough, you're going to see it, believe, and go get it. If you're sleeping in and that's all you want to do, all right, at the end of the day, you're never going to go get it. All right, you see, the bottom line is some of you are lazy, some of you are not. You're going to have to get to know me and get to know us. I've been doing this for 43 years and having fun helping people. All right, the reality is I'd like you to write down the Credit Services Act. When you write down the Credit Services Act today, later on when you Google it, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll show you that credit repair companies cannot even collect money up front, but they do all the time and they lie. All right, kind of like a couple of you have been writing those silly letters to the credit bureaus. Not mine, I was never late, blah, blah, blah. Which it doesn't work. It goes off and comes back on again and again. So here's the thing that's kind of confusing. I listen to the radio and I hear an attorney say he can bankrupt and repair. I go, I don't get that. You see, under the Credit Services Organization Act, it says attorneys can't do credit repair. There's only 8 great creditors anyway, so you're saying you can bankrupt them and then you can get new accounts? I mean, that makes no sense. What are you going to do, lie? All right, but the reality is a choice. Building relationships and dreams, I've helped over 16 million people become millionaires and billionaires over the years and having fun. So I want you to think about this today. I'm going to give you a lot of the rules and tools today, and then I'd like to get you to my weekly workshops. Remember, I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday in my classes. My classes are seminars, workshops, even boot camps. So you get stuck with me and I don't pass the buck. You see, here's Ken Yarborough, all right, the security chief at TRW and Aspiring in the past. I'm the only one ever got certified by the NACB. By the way, I was training him years ago as well. So the difference is, what are you supposed to do and how do you trust anybody? I mean, LifeLock got indicted 6 times, and now they're part of Norton and all this other crap. All right, the bottom line is they're a joke. All right, they had to refund 100,000 people to 1 million. All right, they just lie. But what are you supposed to do at the end of the day? Who are we supposed to trust? You're going to have to focus on you. All right, I'm going to give you the rules and the tools, but you got to realize something. It's going to be up to you to follow through. I want you to stop bringing the pain home. I mean, if Donald Trump can bankrupt 4 corporations and not bring the pain home, so can you. If we look at anyone for rich and famous people, they file bankruptcy every day and they stay rich and famous. See, you're missing the rules and the tools. I mean, we watched Wells Fargo Bank steal identity. They got fined $3 billion and they wrote it off and they shut down 450 locations. See, they know how to play the game. That's what you're missing. So Mr. Trump played the game. Wells Fargo played the game. Now it's your turn to learn the rules and tools. But I will personally hold your hand. All right, literally at the workshops, seminars, and boot camps. I won't pass the buck. My clients build a relationship with me, and that's the ultimate goal. So I'd like you to do me a favor right now and write down a phone number. I'd like you to get off the national mailing list. It's 888-567-8688. I'd like you to opt out for about 5 years, please. As we do this, structure is important to me, and we have to follow through. The ultimate goal is I like to repackage your whole life, to be honest with you. I like to take care of anywhere from your bank account, your car, your house. I just believe, I'm sorry to say, don't take it wrong, you're doing it wrong. I like to do it my way because I brought in $100,000 as a kid, then $1 million, and I brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26 under corporate structure. So I'm pretty good at this. What do you think? If you listen and learn today, you could change your life. I mean, literally right away. But again, you're going to have to pay attention. See, credit saved my life as a kid and as an adult. I mean, stealing off the pier kind of sucked. And I found myself in 2009 in a coma. That even sucked even more because I'm worth billions of dollars under corporate structure. And my life got destroyed, so I had to build it up again. But luckily, God gave me that IQ. All right, the reality is this. You see, every time you hear, have money for a rainy day, I'm sorry, that's just a bunch of BS. All right, the bottom line is in my life, it doesn't rain, it pours. Probably a lot you in your life too. You see, you got to have safety credit. That's the bottom line. All right, we got to have the ability to go get it, see it, believe it, go get it. But here's the problem with most of you. Every time you need $5,000, you ask your friends, your family, you ask the bank, and they like to say no. You ever notice they want to keep you down? I don't know if you know this, but a $5,000 credit card, if you had to max it out today, and you have that safety credit, the payment's only $50 a month. Literally $50 a month. You could have bought time and played catch up, not fall down. Unfortunately, most people don't plan for that. So we're going to do the opposite with this. We're going to do what I say, please. Now, the average person wastes $135 a week. They say the word waste and piss away. The reality is, I don't know if that's you today. You know, let's understand something. There's 4.3 weeks in a month. If I handed you a $50,000 credit card and you had to max it out, the payment is $612.26. You see, you could have played catch up, not fall down, but unfortunately, what did you do? You weren't prepared. I got to get you rebuilt, repair you, and get you to the point you're ready to go. See, you could have bought a pizza, started a business. Do yourself a favor, pay attention, and don't waste any more money. You got some choices. So what did I tell you in the beginning? Plan on the problems, please. You got to plan on this. I waited almost a year to get knee surgery yesterday, and they called it the last minute. So what am I supposed to do? All right, say no? Yesterday was my daughter's birthday as well. So I got a birthday, got a knee surgery, and guess what? I'm back in front of you. I don't have excuses. The bottom line is you got to get rid of yours too. Safety credit, simple. Line of defense, you got the ability to see it, believe, and go get it. The problem is you're in your own darn way. I need you to write down SSN. Can you do that for me, please? Go ahead, write down SSN. See, you got a Social Security card when you were a teenager to get a job because you were told to. So that means you act like a bunch of sheep. And now when it gets screwed up, you're the duck, quack, quack. And this is the problem with everybody today. They don't seem to understand the rules and the tools. You got one SSN. All right, raise rules, write it down again. I want you to let me hand you up to $100,000 of credit. But let's understand something flat out for you. You don't max out the card. You don't use more than 29%. Write it down. These are raised rules. You're going to master these. You're going to see it, believe, and go get it every time from now on. And you're not going to bring the pain home because that's silly and dumb. You see, if you listen and had that $100,000 of credit I'd like to give you, that's $71,000 of safety credit in case there's a pandemic or COVID-19, or you got to play catch up, fall down, or you lost your job. You see, you got to be prepared for this. And every time for 43 years, I've been watching people steal money and credit from their family, and I tell them flat out, that's called silly and dumb. Never hurt your family. I didn't have the family like I wanted when I was a kid. So for me, I'm just going to be the father I always wanted. And I guess I'm doing pretty good at that. So let's understand something. Never bring the pain home. That's what you got to write down. That's what you got to focus on. There's no reason you have to do this. Now, I was in a coma at 5.5 in 2009. Like I said earlier today, that kind of sucks. But what am I supposed to do? Go boo-hoo-hoo? You see, there I'm laying in a coma. I made a promise I'd help people the rest of my life. What did we do? On July 4th, we took the corporate yacht from my backyard. All right, and we took people to watch the fireworks. So let's understand something. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I'm probably the most verified person you can find. I got no BS. Where you park your corporate yacht and race boats? I parked mine in the backyard. But again, what did I do? I ended up having swine flu and pneumonia, come back number 9. So the reality is kind of sucks. But you know what? I came out of the coma, and what I had to do, I had to walk around for 5 weeks with an oxygen tank, learning to breathe. It's up to you. You see, if I knew to wear a mask the day before, I wouldn't have been in a coma. So the bottom line is you don't get a do-over today. You get to live or die. And if you go home and kiss grandma and grandpa, if you got one of those two, you might just be killing them in a couple of weeks. You might want to think about wearing a mask today. It might save everybody around you. But that's up to you too. You're a grown-up today, aren't you? But again, see, I've never been comfortable a day in my life. When you basically get dropped off the pier and you remember to steal and beg, kind of sucks. And having recall in most things, I can't forget things I wish I could. So the bottom line is never be comfortable. That means you have to always fight for it. And if you're willing to fight, you're always going to win. At the end of the day, faith and persistence get you there every time. But you see, what I do every morning, I do the raised mirror test. I'm going to ask you to try to do this, please. You see, when I fall to my knees, and today I fell to one knee because the other knee just had surgery. So what did I do? I said, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go find a mirror. I've been doing this since I was 2.5 years old. And I remember the exact day I started to do this. And what I have to do is put myself in check. I'd like you to do the same thing for you, because what you do is a lot of you lazy, you blame everybody else, and you don't see it, believe, and go get it. You get in your own way. So I'd like you to do the raised mirror test. Go find a mirror today when nobody's around for 2 minutes. Stare at yourself. Comb your teeth, comb your hair. See if you pay attention today. Ask yourself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? The answer is no. So why are you sleeping in every day? I guess you don't want it bad enough, do you? Is there more to be done? Always. See, here's the problem with all of you. You go to your friend, your family, you tell them you got an idea, you got a dream. And what do? They kind of shoot it down and you kind of give up and go back to the job you hate. Do me a favor for 90 days. Shut up. Literally, shh. Don't tell them what you're going to do. Let me hand you the fish, teach you how to fish. Then they're going to say, how'd you do that? And all I want you to do is say raisecredit.com. That's all I want to hear from you. See, I want to chase the money, chase the dream. I love money. I get to eat. I don't have to eat out of a trash can. I can pay my bills. Heck, I can help people like you. So let's go chase the money. Let's go chase the dream. Now, don't forget, if you go back to the job you hate, that's okay. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. And then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some damn pizza. See, we're getting older and slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. It's about time you step up to the plate. But it's up to you, too. You see, when I was living in Mrs. Hope's house, the she-devil from hell, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. I was always in the corner writing my silly notes. By the way, the bedroom I got to sleep in was actually the pantry next to the garage. Like I said, she was a she-devil from hell. What I heard one time was a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I couldn't sleep all night. I couldn't wait to get to the library next to the Torrance Police Department the next day. You see, I heard my way out if I could just figure it out. I figured there was a book that gave me the blueprints, the rules, and the tools that would help me. So when I went to the library the next day, nice lady said, here's a book, here's basically microfiche. It's how you look up the book to find them. Okay. I read the book. Sorry to say I got disappointed that day. Book after book after book. And I love motivation, don't get me wrong. I love hearing about their stories and how Quincy Jones discovered Oprah. All right, the bottom thing is, and the one percenters, to me, that's just BS. Most of those motivational guys are going broke today anyway because they got no one to go blah, blah, blah at the end of the day. See, for me, I need the rules and the tools. I don't need BS. I got to feed my family. And I watch people spend billions of dollars on blah, blah, blah almost every day. It's ridiculous. But me, you see, what I had to do is I wrote the blueprints, the rules, and the tools. Because it didn't exist then, it doesn't exist now. All right, go try to find it anywhere else. You're not going to be able to. It's ridiculous. Maybe they don't know how to play, and they just got lucky and they didn't really pay attention. When you look at my books and CDs, you're going to read the directions. You're going to understand step by step one to goal. I want to make sure you put your life together, and I want to make sure you got the instruction manual. Because I got no BS for you, and it's about time you get off your you-know-what to go get it. See it, believe it, go get it every time. So the books I live by are pretty simple. The Bible's always first. From there, look at this. I wrote this 43 years ago. One of the things about me when I was a kid, I didn't want to be stressed out like most of you. All right, you see, they were stressed out on the 1st and the 15th every month. So I knew one thing about me. If I turned it into a game, I'd like to play the game and I want to win. You see, when you play games, you like to win too, correct? So I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. I turned it into a game, brought in 100,000, brought in $1 million, a couple of billion too under the corporate structure. It's the only way to play the game. So let's understand today. I'm going to give you some rules and tools, and I want to get you to the workshop with me. See, here's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Those 12 books and CDs, they start with your first 1,000 rules, if all you want is books and CDs. I like to give you me at the same time, so you can understand how to play the game. Under corporate structure, I had $841 million of property. It wasn't mine, it belonged to the corporation, of course. I'm the guy that invented Homestead Blocker, UCC 1, Chattel Mortgage 2. So if you really want to play, let me know. I was a consultant for many banks in the past, so I wrote a book, How to Become the Bank. How about buckets of money and tax balancing too? You got the ability to play the game. So let's understand something today. There's 18 books, 18 CDs we found in the warehouse they shut down. All right, they had at the credit hotline. They're out of business as of now because of COVID-19. So I'm trying to help their clients as well. The reality is, the bottom line is, the end of the day, they want to sell it for $3,000. Me, I don't want to give it away because I used to sell for $20,000. So you can get it for $999 today if you'd like. All right, let us know and then we'll ship it to you. How we get paid is Zelle, wire, and deposit. That way it gets shipped right away. See, what I'd like you to do is give me 90 days. I guarantee you if you give me 90 days, all right, I'll have you on the $1 million dream. I got no excuses, by the way. All right, I'll take away all yours as well. So what I want to really do is rebuild you, do a rapid refresh, credit line, corporate setup, book, CD, and classes. I want you stuck with me. Now make sure you write down 25 to 29%. If you jack up a credit card past 29%, sorry to say that's on you. Because what did you do? You brought the pain home. You brought your score down. You got the ability, 4 points, to make money with me. I can show you how to play in the real estate. That's kind of fun. We can literally make millions of dollars. Now, we can do a flippity-dippity-do and fix one up. We can do a duplex, a fourplex, an apartment complex too. It's going to be what you want to do as we play the game. As we do this, let's understand franchises. All right, they're kind of fun too, from the McDonald's to the Taco Bell to the Wendy's when they got the beef. So if you want to play that, you can do that as well. Now, profit sharing is kind of fun as well too. Now, understand something. All right, we can leverage money and credit, 84 ways to play that too. We can turn this into $1 million to $1 billion. But I'm only going to teach you a couple ways to play that as well. As you do this, all right, getting stuck with me at the workshop, we can play some more. But again, here's a Lamborghini. It says pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. What does that really mean? Well, what you see every day is rich and famous people. They file bankruptcy, all right, stay rich and famous, and by the way, they drive company cars and write it all off. What do? You barely get a paycheck. At the end of the day, you try to pay your bills because it's already been taxed. You drive a car you should not, and then you steal money and credit from the family and roll the dice. Sorry to say, I call that silly and dumb. I don't understand why people would do it that way. You got the ability today, if you want a company car, let's get it under the tax ID and a fleet price. All right, at the workshop, I'll show you step by step. We have no excuses, by the way. It's kind of fun. Now, paying a car with your paycheck, isn't that taxable income? You're paying a payment, gas, registration, insurance. Can you say the word no from now on, please? I like to get the car under what? Tax ID and a fleet price. You should be driving a corporate car. Everybody rich and famous do. Why not you? You see, you got to learn how to play the game. But again, you're going to have to pick the car you want. All right, I don't know which one you want. We can pick anything today. It's pretty simple. Now, I want you to write down cash flow, free up your time. See, cash flow and free up your time is a way, because you got to make sure you pay the bills. Cash flow, free up your time always, because that way you get your time you get to do for you. You get the abundance that God promised us all. So let's understand something at the workshops with me. You see, when I started the Reynolds University, my last office was 22,000 square feet in Irvine and locations in many states, doing up to $1 million a day. But then I found myself in a coma. If you want to play with me, because I'm going to give you more rules and tools today and invite you to the workshop, you might want to call 877-519-7509. We're going to focus on raised rules, building relationship, and the dreams, and it is definitely a profit company, by the way, every time. We're going to make sure you understand how to play the game, because we don't want you to ever get stuck. Getting stuck kind of sucks. So the reality is you're going to get stuck with me. Is that okay with you? So let's understand something today. Please write down, don't bring the pain home. I think that's kind of silly and dumb. So now there's basically a madness to all this, and I want you to focus. I need you to do yourself a favor right now. Go get your Social Security card. Come on, ladies, it's in your purse next to your feet right now. Gentlemen, it's in your wallet and back pocket. Pull it out. See, you got an SSN. You got one chance not to mess up. And what happens? You got to learn to raise rules and tools. See, what happens is you did it because you were told to get a job as a teenager. And if you mess it up, that kind of sucks too. Brings the pain where? Home. The Federal Trade Commission says today that 97% are screwed up. Could be a couple of you. So you got some choices today. It's pretty simple. Now, if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube or something else, it's kind of fun, but there's a PowerPoint in front of me. You're actually missing that. You might want to go to raisewebinar.com and get the full overview. That way you're stuck with me. Now, I need you to write down SS4. Can you do that, please? Remember, we're going to take paper. We're going to write down some notes. And you're going to learn the rules and tools. You got to learn to play because I want you to win every time. So we wrote down SS4. Now, let's understand, some of you have a corporation. They say that 96% that set up corporations every day don't do a darn thing because they don't know what's next. They were told to do it, that's all they did. You see, here's a couple of things for you. Never name a corporation after you that's called dumb. Don't ever name it what it does. That's called double dum-dum. The next thing we have to focus on is create the line of defense. I want you to literally focus on this today. I don't want you bringing the pain home ever again. You don't have to if you listen to me, the rules and the tools. I want you to have a division for real estate, one for franchise, one for current business. You see, you've all looked at an application and it says SSN, SS4. You tried the SS4 and you fell on the floor because you didn't let me set it up through my system. As an affiliate, I get to do that. So I get to build up to $100,000 to $1 million per tax ID. I don't know how much you'd like, but guess what? We can go finance that American dream. So let's focus today and let's understand something. I already offered you, let's get $100,000 for personal credit. The $100,000 personal credit, remember, you can't write it off. The interest rate or the card, that's got to be safety because we can't steal from the family, and that replaces the lie that's called money for a rainy day, blah, blah, blah. We're going to make sure we never hurt the family. We don't bring the pain home. So Ray's rules are pretty simple. You got an SSN or an SS4. Who wants to be the duck? Is it you some more? You got some choices. All right, the bottom line is debt follows either one. You got to pick one. It's going to be up to you to learn to play the game and the rules and the tools. Are corporations people? The Supreme Court says they are. We, the people, made them corporations. You got choices, ladies and gentlemen. You got to realize if you got bad credit today, start a corporation. Because we can build supply and vendor credit while I'm rebuilding your personal credit today. It's kind of fun too. So while the personal credit is being rebuilt, why don't we go get some credit? Now understand something today. If I taught you how to use credit under the tax ID, I'd probably tell you to get a Staples card after we build the report. You see, they got what these called gift cards, Visa gift cards, to help you get out of debt. I got no excuses. So this Saturday, guess what I got? I got a special class that I do once a year. It's called basically Dun & Bradstreet. It's at 2:30 in the afternoon. This is where we're going to build supply and vendor credit to get an 80-plus score while your personal credit is being repaired or rebuilt. All right? That way we can go get some more money. You might want to write down 877-519-7509 if you want to get into that webinar with me. It'll be up to you. There's no reason not to do this while you're getting your credit rebuilt at the same time. Why would you want to waste any more time of the day? Now let's look at the previous president and vice president. Look at that. They're hugging and loving. They look at it. They've never eaten out of a trash can or stole off the pier like me. They've never had problems like you and me at all. You see, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they got the key to the printing press. These people will never have to bring the pain home, no matter what we say or do. But we can learn to play the game too. But it's up to you. You see, here's Mama. She just delivered a baby at the hospital. And what does she have to do? Remember, you got an SSN when you were a teenager to get a job. But it's pretty simple. You see, Mama's going to sign the SSN form for the baby within 3 hours or less. They got to print some more damn money. Because why? They bond us each for $35 million apiece. I love the United States of America. All right? Inc. Incorporated too. Bottom line is I just learned to master the rules and the tools by that time I was 9.5. So Mama can take the baby in the stroller, the car seat, and go home now, as long as she signs the SSN form. See, if you had the rules and the tools, I'll bet you wouldn't bring the pain home or act silly and dumb, would you? You see, the choice is simple. You got one of these, one chance not to screw up. SS4, corporation, line of defense, get some more. We got the choice to play the game if we want to win, but again, that's going to be up to you. If you listen and learn, I'll give you some rules and tools today. We'll have some more fun. But let's understand what I told you flat out in the beginning when you met me. I want you to plan on the problems, because there's always something going to get in your way. Someone's going to be a turd that gets in your way. It could be friend, family, could be the bank. All right, but if you got safety credit in the line of defense, let me tell you, you can see it, believe, and go get it every time. Nothing gets in your way, not even you. So let's understand something today. Stop being the damn duck. Your personal credit SSN, that's for safety for the family. That's all it's for, and we leave it alone. We get a corporation with a tax ID. We build credit to the corporation, but it doesn't do business. It maintains and manages the divisions. That way we set up the line of defense in case something goes wrong. If rich and famous people can do it, why can't you and me? We can if you learn to play the rules and the tools. But it's up to you. I can't force you to listen and learn, but we can have some fun. I'm just going to tell you to stop bringing the pain home again and again. All right, because Trump didn't bring the pain home with his 4 bankruptcies. Rich and famous people don't bring the pain home. Wells Fargo Bank, the worst bank in the world as far as I'm concerned, they stole my identity twice. They got fined $3 billion. Wow, that really hurt. They wrote it all off and they shut down 450 locations. So if they can play the rules and the tools, so can we. We're just not going to have the intent to do fraud like they did. And they got away with it, by the way. So we got to write down today, credit cards get you credit score. Credit score gets you more, like house and car. Did you know a house and a car don't do anything for you in your credit report? They look pretty unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw them up. It's pretty simple. So raise rules. Don't ever jack up a card past 29%. If you do, you drop your score, and that's on you. Knowing the rules and the tools, you got to keep the discipline. But again, 29%. Get to the workshop with me. Simple. What I want to really do today is rebuild your personal credit. I like to make you a qualified CFO. So that's kind of fun too. Up to a 720. But if I do it and I do all that work for you, I'm going to charge you $499. I'd like to also give you a rapid rescore, a system I invented several years ago that God gave me through a dream. So let's understand, that'll get you up to an 820. So that's $499 too. Together, those are $998. But wait, there's more. I remember that from our show. It was kind of fun. So listen to what I do. Anybody who plays with me, I guarantee them cash cards back in their pocket. So what happens is, here's a $1,000 credit card for cash. If you want a checkbook to it, let me know too. So what I do through the overview is I try to always give it for half price, if not more. And what happens, because I got a sales team and they make commission after I do the overview. So the bottom line is up to you. So write down $499 today. See, what that would do is give you twice the cash credit back in your pocket. And now you have a score to die for. Isn't that fun? But here's how it works. There's the credit card. Would you like to be next? All you got to do is let me know. I'll make sure you're next. From there, guess what happens? The program is going to be expedited because I'm impatient as can be. I want it done in 90 days or less, no matter what a mess you got. But again, you're stuck with me. So if you want to write down 877-519-7509, guess what we get to do? I get to do the work, hand you the fish, and teach you how to fish and do some more. But that's up to you. Take a picture of this page like I said before. We get paid to Zelle, wire, or deposit. That way we can expedite everything I do because I want it done overnight. So here's the thing. Like I told you earlier today, I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. You're stuck with me. On the status update that I do every Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I won't call out your name, but I will use your case number. I'm going to do 98% of all the work for you. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. Can you follow through? That's all you got to do. And I'll guarantee it, by the way, in writing for you. See, here's a client, he kind of pissed me off. I said, what's wrong with you? This is ridiculous. You crashed the Rapid twice, you jacked up your credit cards, you dropped another 33 points. I thought you really wanted to get this done. I kind of pissed him off too. You see, what has to happen is very simple. I had to shake him up, wake him up, and get him up to the hill. I said, get your butt back to the workshop so we can play some more. It's 29%. So Ray's rules are pretty simple. What I told him to do is take $726 and pay him back down to 26%. All right? He got him down to 29. That's okay. The main thing, he's played by the rules and the tools. I gave him another Rapid, and I popped him $100,000 of credit. You see, you can see it, believe and go get it. And I'll coach you all the way. And by the way, I'm on point every time. I got a 100% success rate as long as you follow through. But that's on you. You see, if you want to make some money, it's pretty simple. Get your friends and family to a webinar with me. If they sell in, we sell you back up to 20% on a given day. We got people making thousands of dollars a day. Kind of fun. Now, as a hobby, since I was a little boy, I like to study rich and famous people. So here's Walt Disney. They filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past. Kind of like a couple of you. Guess what? They didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion. So what does that mean? See, they know how to play the game. You don't. So they wrote an IOU to themselves. That's all they had to do. So they didn't pay any tax on $1 billion. Hell, I'm just trying to get you to get to the $1 million if you pay attention to me. It's going to be up to you. Again, Donald Trump bringing the pain home. Those corporations he filed bankruptcy on, rich and famous people too. Wells Fargo Bank, at the end of the day, corporations don't pay tax unless they make a profit. You haven't learned how to play the games. Problem with you. Write down borrow money is not taxable, please. Then write down don't spend money, loan money. I'll explain what I'm talking about through the overview. You see, if you basically can have some fun at the same time, we can have a good time. We can get you to million to billions if you want to. You see, here's the thing with all of you. All right, you can say your credit score is good. It's just a damn number. I got to rebuild it anyway to make you a qualified CFO. You're only going to have 8 credit cards to play with anyway. From there, you can't write off the credit cards or the interest rate at all. But a corporation can write off the card and the interest rate and the depreciation value as well, as long as it's a legitimate transaction, of course. So the way that I designed it in 1986, by the way, if you have not been here before, guess what? 8 credit cards per division, 9 lines of credit per division, 8 supply cards, 10 vendor cards, 10 marketing, 6 lease cards, gas cards, and cash cards. See, I'm an affiliate to 115 creditors, and I don't have any excuses like you. The bottom line is I want you to listen, learn today, and get your butt to the workshop with me. So guess what we get to do? We get to play. I can pop credit for you, corporation, and division simultaneously, but here's the problem with some of you. You're so busy doing the authorized user crap that does not work, it gets in the way. How about this silly, stupid thing they buy trade lines? What a joke. But again, it's up to you. You see, God only made one of me. Thank God for that, huh? So the reality is it's up to you. I'm also the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. Would you like to turn that into 99 more? Let me know. Again, I don't have excuses. So we're going to do it under the corporation, because we get to write it all off. Write down Ray's rules. You're going to have some fun as I go nationwide again. So you got the ability to listen if these are turned on. I pray they are. So let's understand, if you got the intent to rip somebody off and defraud them, all right, now get you to million to billion, I'll testify against your assets in a court of law. You will not do this on my dime. I'll help you get there, but I'm not going to let you be a ripoff or a crook. That wouldn't be any fun. And once again, why I'm wearing a hat today and I'm kind of dressed down, because yesterday I was in the hospital. That's right. They called up and said they can do my knee surgery. I've been waiting a year. Isn't that fun? I got to come in yesterday and then run there and get some surgery and come back today. It was my daughter's birthday anyway yesterday. She had a good day. I love my daughter too, and my son, and all the goodies and fun. But guess what? I'm still back in front of you. I got no excuses. Most of you would be sitting down, and guess what? You know what the hospital gave me yesterday? They gave me a note to give to my employer so I can take 2 weeks off and sit on my assets and not do a damn thing. Most of you probably would have took the 2 weeks. Hell no. I got work to do. Now what flew in front of you? Write it down. I want you to draw your first blueprint. That's 3 divisions. There's a corporation. Write down the line of defense. What is wrong with you? You can't catch up? Come on today. All right, if Mama Tomato can turn around to Baby Tomato and say, catch up, so can you. I thought that was funny the first time I heard it. Oh, well. You see, a corporation, it manages the divisions. What happens if something goes wrong? Oh, my goodness. No. We're going to learn the 3-step. You ready to play? You ready to write it down today? Corporation got a tax ID. We set up the line of defense. Every division's got a tax ID. What follows tax ID or SSN? Debt. Bankruptcy can choose either one. What do we get to do? We get to have some fun. See, if I got a problem with the division, I'm not going to go boo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to write down the 3 steps. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to isolate. I'm going to basically incorporate. And I'm going to try to save it. I'm going to fight like hell. But if I can't save it, it's terrible. I'm going to bankrupt the piece and keep the other pieces. And I'm sure in the hell not going to bring the pain home. I mean, that would just be silly and dumb. Wouldn't you think so? You got a choice if you want to learn to play. But again, Ray's rules. I need you to focus today and say credit and money. There's 84 ways to play that. but I'm going to teach you a couple because I don't want you to go crazy with that. House, hey, we can fix one up called a flippity-dippity-doo. We can invest in commercial real estate too. How about a franchise today? We can get a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, or a Wendy's when they got the beef. They stay open through COVID-19. We got to focus on cash flow, free up our time. You ready to write some more? You see, sorry to say, don't ever take it personally. When I say when you bought your house, you probably screwed up. But that, could be, who knows? If you did it my way, it would have been Ray's rules, by the way. You see, I don't get it. Escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. I don't get that at all. You see, it should have been escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. I need you to focus. Today, I didn't get the mommy and the daddy like all of you and all that good stuff in family. I have nobody in this world today but my wife and my kids. That's it. So the reality is I can't bring the pain home. And if I die, all right, I got to make sure they're taken care of. So I've already planned to die so I can plan to live. So let's understand something today. If your house is in your name, I'm sorry to say, I'd call you stupid to your face. Because if you die, it's stuck in the probate. And if somebody sues you, they screw you, they take it away. I mean, I don't get it. The forms are free from Google. Shit, download the damn things. Go file it for less than $20. But I guess you don't want to help your family, do you? Because the doers do, and the whiners just sit on their assets. You got a choice. Successful people always get it done. Now, if you're going to get a house and fix it up today, I'm going to call it a flippity-dippity-doo. Pretty simple. You see, what I'm going to do is pretty simple. We're going to hire a contractor. And the contractor is going to hire the subcontractors that's down outside Home Depot. They're good workers. But since you got the prize, they're going to cut every corner they can. And when they slip and fall, they're going to sue you and screw you for all you got. Because you didn't listen to me. I don't get it. You see, I don't want you to make any more mistakes. Listen very carefully. Every property, everything you play with under a corporate structure, you're going to quickly deed it to a division. Write it down. You're going to do an assignment of equity. Write it down. So this way, if they want to sue you and screw you, at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? See, the problem with you, you didn't learn how to fight to get out of hell. I'm a nice guy until I get pissed off. All right? I got to fight to get out of hell because I didn't like eating out of a trash can. All right, stealing off the pier. It pissed me off. So I had a choice. Do it myself or what? Be a whiny baby like some of you? It's ridiculous. I don't get it. You got to fix up that property today. But you know what happens every day? I meet somebody that says, I didn't want to pay tax, Ray, so I played peekaboo with the IRS and made a mess. Yeah, what a dummy. If you did it that way, I hope someone in your family kicks your assets. Get your butt back to the irs.gov. That's right. You can only win when you play by the rules. And that's it. See if they'll forgive you in the forgiveness program. Download a form called 656, a 433A and B. You can't even get your COVID-19 check today. That's ridiculous. Get your butt back in the system where you belong. All right, this is ridiculous. You got a choice today. Let's understand something flat out. You still got to fix up that property. When I was a kid, they used to tease me for a lot of things, but they called me OPM. You see, I don't use my money for anything. Why would I do that? That'd be silly and dumb too. Now write down, I want you to have 4 more divisions. You ready to write them down this time? But it's up to you. I like to have a division for carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. See, I'm going to teach you at the workshop to go buy from the manufacturer and save 70%. I'm even going to teach you how to get a net 60. We're going to use their money to fix up the property, and as the escrow closes when we sell the property, they'll pay off all the debt. Why would I use my money when I don't have to? See, that becomes silly and dumb. So now you got $200,000 left over. But here's my problem again with a couple of you. You're going to act like you're rich, and then you're going to piss it away again. Stop that stuff. All right, let's remember something, and I'll guarantee it. I'll bet you every one of you had $10,000 to $100,000 in the past, and you pissed it away, and some of you are broke today. Shame on you. You got the ability to write down Ray's rules. leveraging money. And basically, you better make sure you write down borrow money's not taxable. You can play like everybody else do with borrow money not being taxable at all. But again, line of defense. You can't bring the pain home anymore. You're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Now let's focus on something when it comes to leveraging, because I love making the banks verify themselves. That way they have to always say yes, and they go, and they kiss it some more. You got a choice today. It's pretty simple. The banks borrow up to times 10 from the feds and loan back 5 to us. So what are we going to do? We're going to learn how to play the game. You see, at the workshop, I'll show you how to put that in the right CD, and a line of credit, in the bank account too. What we're going to do is build 3 reference points of $600,000. Now, if they want to give us times 5, that's $3 million today. I'm going to take $2 million, which is borrow money, not taxable, and go buy a damn McDonald's today. I'm going to get a Big Mac and a chocolate shakes and some fries. You want one too? See, this is up to you if you pay attention, but it's just kind of fun. You got the ability. Let's understand something. All those motivational guys and the 1% crap, if they got no one to go blah, blah, blah all day, they got no money coming in. Me, I'm going to give you the rules and the tools, and I'm going to yank your assets up to the hill. You're not going to bring the pain home on my watch ever again. If one of you say, I don't have that $200,000 today, let's start with $1,000, okay? Let's learn how to play to turn that into $15,000 to $100,000 to $1 million. Oh, we had to $20,000, $25,000 too? Let's turn that to $375 and $1 million in 60 days. There's no reason you ever have to screw this up, ever again. But that's on you. Like I told you in the beginning, write down building up your future. It's about time you get to that. Now let's understand something today. If I give you 4 pizzas under the corporate structure, you would literally have $24,000 of positive cash flow after all the bills every month. And if you don't want to play the game with the pizzas, guess what? You can just manage the manager. That's all you got to do. Give me a break. Maybe you want a McDonald's. Maybe you want a Wendy's. Maybe you want a Taco Bell. Whatever you're going to do to get cash flow for your time, it's about damn time you do it at the corporation. And you do it my way. Now, when I was younger, a couple of years ago, I wanted a Rolex too. But I have a problem. Every time I spend money, I see that mirror in my head when I was a kid begging and stealing off the pier. It doesn't go away. When you got total recall, it kind of sucks sometimes. So I wanted the Rolex. I wanted $89,000. Are you crazy? I wanted it for free. So watch me today. I set up a division for jewelry. They gave me the watch and overnighted it to me for $39,000. Oh, I don't have to pay for it for 30 days? I put a loan on a watch I did not own. I paid the invoice when it came in. I put the leftover in the bank to maintain the payments on a watch I did not own. And at the end of the day, I got it for free. Why not? Wouldn't you want to be me? Be kind of fun, huh? You got the choice and you got the ability to listen and learn. But again, I want you to think about something. Every day I get fax letters and emails all the time. Here's one I got just the other day. It says, thank you. And I said, thank Jesus, don't thank me. I'm just the person he gave the talent to show you. It all belongs to him. He says, I'm not guessing anymore. Yeah, I know your friends and family and all the blah, blah, blah. Give me a break. I understand a lot more. I'm seeing the great future. Well, you can. It's a corporation. The information's priceless. Well, thank you, Jesus, for that. I wish I had the money for the boot camp. See, I just did a billionaire boot camp a couple weeks ago. Hoping you have another one that I can afford. I'm not going to do the billionaire again because that was my last one. All right, before the COVID-19, I had a radio show. My TV show was coming along and my new books as well. But I got put on hold because of COVID-19. So what happens today is pretty simple. So many emails we receive about a boot camp. So what I'm going to do, if you want to write down 877-519-7509, all right, I'm going to have an expert boot camp. And all that means is we're going to spend 3 days. All right, I'm going to give you the Founders Kit, the Millionaires Founders Kit too. Only $25,000 of credit with this one, not $100,000 or more. You get all the specialty classes for the rest of the year. It starts at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. From here, it's going to be basically 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, All right, from 9 and all day. From here, it's very simple. You just got to call and ask the salespeople while they want to set you up in that program as well. You see, it's already scheduled, all right, literally for September. All right, it will be the 4th, 5th, and 6th. That way you have your Monday for free. You got the ability to get stuck with me if you want to. So there, that answers the question for a lot of you. It's kind of fun too. See, one of my first cars was a Lamborghini. Now, here's my problem. When I was a little boy, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She wanted a girl. She gave me a girl's name. Raised my middle name. I went to court twice when I was 14 and asked could I use my middle name versus my first name. I already brought in $1 million. I wanted to rent my own apartment at Mesa Wood Apartments in Costa Mesa. They told me no, come back when you're 15 and a half. We already told you so. So the reality is I got to live with this guy at 1074 Redding Avenue in Costa Mesa, 92626. See, I don't forget anything. Sometimes I wish I could. Now, he was the inventor of video pong. He brought home the movie called Cannonball Run. And we're all watching, about 40 kids and me. We're going, look at the car, look at that car. Oh my, look at that car. He stopped the video. He came over to me and said, I'd like you to shut up. He says, you're a piece of shit. All right, let the kids enjoy the video. Now, I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old. Now, I could have did whatever I wanted to, but I learned something a long time ago. I want you to learn something from me right now. I want you to do exactly what I do. I bit my tongue and I shut up. The following week, I went to an auction. I bought myself a Lamborghini. I put it in front of his house and went, boom, boom. He came out. Whose car? I said, mine. The face that I got that day, I will never forget. It's priceless. He had to eat his own words. And I didn't have to say a damn word. So understand something, gentlemen. I got a book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. If men would learn just to shut up, because women are a damn tape recorder. But that's just another story too. What company car you want? I love Lamborghinis. They're my favorite car. So the bottom line is, let me know what you want under a tax ID and fleet price. I'm never going to show you anything I didn't obtain myself. I don't like BS and baloney. So I'll show you the mansions, the helicopters, the yachts, the race boats. Hell, I got to get you past go because you got too many excuses in your way, and probably you are the biggest excuse you got today. God's gift. I love this one. This is my fun. You see, I park my race boats and my yachts in my backyard. Where you park yours. Don't you ever forget, I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I got no BS. Haven't had a paycheck for decades, don't want one. I want to change the world as much as I can, even yours if you allow me to. So the bottom line is, guess what? We're going to have some more fun. I like corporate helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. Why not? Wouldn't you? It's pretty simple today. Now I need you to write down 2 more rules. You ready to write them down? Because every time you get out your driver's license because you wrote a check or use your debit card, you say, this is where I live. Come rob my house because I'm stupid. Oh, sue me, screw me, take it away. I don't get it today. I want you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box and a mailing address. And before 1 or 2 of you blah, 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 I'll never have you do something unless it's factually verifiable. This is the Schaefer bill. Understand something. It's called the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. It's about time you protect yourself. All right, all the way. Today, I don't know why you don't listen to me when you buy a damn car, but you don't. So what did you do? You let some guy with an ugly shirt and an ugly tie sweat you for 2.5 hours. You got the damn car. You lost $5,000 plus and up to 9 inquiries too. I don't know what's wrong with you, but the reality is if you're going to do it your way, they hand you the piece of paper and say, I need your permission. Next to your signature, at least add 2 things for me. Write down this allows 1 inquiry only and take a damn picture. This is ridiculous. So understand something. I want to teach you how to get the car at fleet price under tax ID. That's what I want to teach you from me at the workshop, but it's up to you. All I know today, you could pick the company car and help you get it. But here's the problem with all of you. Today, you're at the grocery store, you're at the bank. You bump somebody's car called a little bumpity bump. And what are they going to do? Oh, we need your driver's license, your insurance. All right, in registration, please. And now what happens? You're the duck 3 times. Let's see. Driver's license, it shouldn't have your home address on it. Now they know where to serve, sue, and screw you. The insurance you've been paying out of your paycheck, which I believe is taxable income. Corporation should be paying for that, not you. Oh, by the way, the registered owner is you. You're the duck. And what are they going to do? They're going to call one of these nasty attorneys on TV that I call bloodsuckers. And they're going to sue you, screw you, and take everything you got. Because you didn't listen to me. See, what you should have done in the first place, remember, plan on the problem. This is the problem of the whole people in this world today. You got a choice. The registered owner, I'll teach you how it should be the division of a corporation, creating a line of defense. All right, the lien holder will be the corporation as well. So this time when they want to sue you and screw you, they can. At the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? But again, it's up to you to learn to play the game. But again, what are you trying to do? All right, you got to listen and learn. All right, we the people. Corporations, the Supreme Court said it's a corporation, it's a legal people. It's about time you learn to understand under your constitutional right. You have the ability to play the game. You got bad credit and I got to rebuild it, that's okay. Start a corporation. I'll get you the corporation articles, the tax ID, you start playing with me. We'll build supply credit and vendor credit. I'll show you exactly how to do this step by step. It's kind of fun. So if you got basically a problem with your personal credit, we're rebuilding that, you ought to be in the Dun & Bradstreet class. Why? I'll show you how to go get a Staples card and get a bunch of Visa gift cards too, and you can slide them through your phone, create some cash flow. I've had to do everything you got to think about to do coming out of a coma again. So let me tell you, I got no excuses. By the time I'm done with you, neither will you. Saturday at 2:30, you better have your butt in that. We're going to build some corporate credit. We're going to build under the tax ID, Dun & Bradstreet, and supply credit and vendor credit too. But again, if you're not there, that's up to you. But you might want to call 877-519-7509 if you want to get stuck with me. I don't play only to win. So this is a great class for all of you. You see, you got to bulletproof your life today and your family too. It's called Ray's Rules. We got the ability to listen. I just want you to follow through. You see, you got so many attorneys on TV today, they want to basically do what? They want to sue and screw everybody. They're bloodsuckers. I don't have to live with themselves, but they do. But that's up to you too. Now, this is great. I love this guy. He's fantastic. All right, what did he do? He's at the coffee shop. All right, and what does he do? He looks around and nobody's around, so he acts like he falls. Ah! No one saw him the first time, so he set up. And this time he slaps it down again. He wanted his $10 million check. Don't worry, Mary's his wife. He's got a daughter and his son and grandkids. I wonder how proud they are today. All right, there's always some shithead, turd in the wool, always trying to take it away from everybody. It's ridiculous. He goes to church every Sunday. I bet you they're all proud of him too. Now what did I do? July 3rd, 2009, I took my corporate yacht from my backyard. I said, fill it up. I can write off the card and the interest rate and the yacht. It was only $1,600 that day. So we took the yacht out on July 4th. There I am in a coma. Like I said earlier today, that sucks. But what am I going to do? Go boo-hoo-hoo? Excuse me. It doesn't matter. I got to get up, even from my surgery yesterday, today. I don't stay down because I'll fight for what I want. I got a family to feed. I got no excuses. Neither do you. So I came out of the coma, walking around with an oxygen tank. So what? I put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped another $1 million of credit. I don't stay down. Why would you? You got a choice. God's using me to help you today if you pay attention. See, it's pretty simple. I made a promise in that coma to help people the rest of my life. I'm praying for another 50 years. We'll see how that plans out. But you know what I did? I named my son and my daughter after me. The Reynolds University will live on. My legacy will live on through them. Won't we have more fun? So all I want to do today is get you to shake up, wake up, give you a lot of rules and tools, and get your butt to the workshop with me. I want to rebuild your credit, rapid refresh, credit lines, articles, books, CDs, and classes. And if you jack up a card past 29%, that's on you. You just drop your credit score. Now, when I Googled the word corporate setup today, it was $2,600. Some of you probably paid $3,000 plus. That's okay. I'm going to hand you the custom corporation officer list tax ID for $9.99. I'm going to hand you the fish. Then I'm going to say, get to my workshop so I can teach you to fish. That way you're in there for 90 days learning the rules and the tools. Level 1 will show you how to set up the divisions the way I designed it in 1986. The 3 months of workshops are $9.99. Together that's $9.98. But wait, there's more, as we used to say on our show. Here's what I want to do for you. And I'm going to take away all your excuses. And if you don't play with me, that's on you. $17.99. The sales team charges $19.98. That's on them. This is through the overview. Pretty simple. I want you to master how to set up the tax ID, all right, for the corporation. Create the line of defense, and every division get one as well. I want to hand you $5,400 of cash credit back in your pocket. See, if I hand you 3 times you invested in yourself and you get all the goodies, what excuse can you have now? I'll even do the rapid refresh and the credit rebuilding for you too. And on top of that, I'm going to hand you the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. Now what excuse you got? Not one you can give me. Zelle, wire, make a deposit. You want to play? You want to get there today? Let me know. I don't have any excuses. I'm just going to change the world and have some more fun. All the specialty prices and bonuses on the webinar are only good for 30 minutes when I'm done. Because if you're not calling 877-519-7509 to play with me, the bottom line at the end of the day, the sales team will get you. They'll go back to the normal price. They make a commission after that. That's how they make their income. So if you're not going to make a commitment to yourself today, because you got to realize raisecredit.com is the voice of credit. You got the ability to see it, believe, and go get it. They said it couldn't even sink. Hell, it couldn't even turn. Oh, Colonel Sanders, he didn't get his first $1 million check till he was 71. Thomas Edison didn't give up. Why did a couple of you? Bannister was told, don't you dare run the 400 miles or you're going to die. He said, go to hell, I'll do it my way anyway. See, for me, I've accomplished every goal I've ever had by the time I was 26. All right? I have had nobody in my life till I got a great wife and kids. Till then, it's all been me. So I got God in me now, and guess understand something. All right? If you can touch it, damn it, you can kick it. I hold the record for the highest kick on the planet. Have since 1981. I've been kicking the door jam since I was 10 and a half, and I used to kick the basketball hoop, and they'd say, whoa. So don't give me your damn excuses today. We can see it, believe it, go get it. And not everybody likes me. So I tell them to shut up and show up. Been at the Marriott and the Bonaventure for 40 plus years. I've been teaching or preaching for 43. Have some more fun. See, like I said, not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes you. I bet you some of your friends and family, too, don't like you at all. But that's okay. What are we supposed to do at the end of the day? If they can crucify Jesus Christ, who are we? We got the ability to understand a corporation's a what again? It's a legal person. It's a person. It's we, the people, incorporated. You got the what? The constitutional right. You got the ability, if you got bad credit, start the corporation with the tax ID. Saturday, we're going to build supply credit and vendor credit. And if I got to teach you to take a card to get some Visa gift cards too, to catch up and play catch up and not fall down, believe me, I'm going to teach you what it takes. Legally, legitimately, but you're not going to have any excuses. So Saturday at 2:30. And don't worry, it'll be sold out. Last time I did some specialty classes, half of them couldn't get in. The system only holds 1,000 people. And don't worry, it's almost sold out right now. So you're going to wait till the last minute? That's on you. 2:30 in the afternoon, the 29th. Now you're stuck with me. I got no excuses. I will take away all your excuses you got. So if you're not calling 877-519-7509 to play with me, that's on you. I just want to make sure we have some fun at the same time, getting the American dream. So many people text and basically fax and sent letters saying, would you do another boot camp? I said I didn't want to do a billionaire boot camp because there's a lot into that. But I told them flat out, okay, all right, you sent a letter, you want to do some stuff, a bunch of people. I'll do an expert boot camp. I'll give you the Millionaires Founders Kit. I'll give you only $25,000, not $100,000. I'll basically give you all the classes, specialty classes that start at 7 a.m. There's 6 of those. And then we'll start at 9 o'clock and work all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that way, if you wanted to, you can play with me some more. I like having fun. By the way, it's already scheduled for September 4th, 5th, and 6th. All right? I don't want to do any more boot camps, so don't ask after this one. All right? It takes a lot of time from me. So the bottom line is, guess what? If you want to play even at the boot camp, you can. See, your lack of commitment is your problem. You got to get out of your own way. You've all literally spent thousands of dollars and pissed it away on a bunch of crap that didn't work. You see, I want you to do what I do. Reach in the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Believe me, all right? All the abuse and all the bullshit, excuse me. Reality is I don't stop. I see it, believe, and go get it. Nothing gets in my way, not even you. So let's understand something today. You want $1 million paycheck? Ooh, goody. Raise your hand as high as you can. Sorry to say, that's called silly and dumb. You only keep $375. Oh, you want $1 million in a corporation? I'm going to call you brilliant. I'm going to cheer you on because you get to pay all the bills first before you pay tax. That's the way you learn how to fight for yourself. You learn the rules and the tools. Now, Richard's a great guy. He won Survivor the first show and almost died twice on the show. He got his $1 million check. He didn't listen to me. I pray you do. He got a $1 million check, and they said, you keep $375. The IRS gets the rest because it's all personal income. Well, he pissed it all away. A mean federal judge put him in prison for 3.5 years instead of giving him probation. So you got some choices today. Yes, motivation. I listen to it, I guarantee, every day. I like listening to how they made it, this and that, and somebody opened the door, Quincy Jones for Oprah, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you're not giving me rules and tools, all I hear is blah, blah, blah today. So again, I'm not going to show you something I didn't obtain myself. From the Lamborghini car collection, the race boats, the yachts, the mansions, beating world records, helicopters, Ferraris, goodies. I like goodies, don't you? It's called Ray's Rules and Tools. It's about time you step up to the plate and get your own. You see, Ray's rules are pretty simple. As we do this, you got a story to tell at the end of the day. We all do. I'd like to get you up to an 820 credit score, up to $100,000 of credit. Remember, that's safety credit for the personal family. But then I'd like to get you a corporation and divisions. I'd like to get you up to $1 million of credit. I want you to stop being stock. At the end of the day, you always go, what's next? Oh, you're looking at me. You get to play with Ray's rules and tools. We get to have some more fun. So for me, it's simple. I say millions to billions. See it, believe it, go get it. I've said that all the time. You got the choice today. All right? I want to repackage your whole life. I want to do it my way. I want to clone me into you, if you allow me to. It's kind of fun. So if you're watching me on Facebook, Google, all right, YouTube, all that good stuff, guess what? You're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might want to think about it at rayswebinar.com. Get the full overview. So as we do this some more, let's remember something. When I was that 7.5-year-old kid getting used and abused, when I heard a corporation is a legal person, I heard my way out if I could figure it out. I didn't know I'd be the one writing all the rules and the tools, how to play the game. You can't find it on this planet today unless you go through my books, Rules and Tools. It doesn't exist. But through me, it does. So you got a choice today. You get to read the directions. You get to go step by step, one to go. You get to basically put your life together and read the manual. It's simple. I like that. I like it simple. We call it the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. I wrote that one 43 years ago. Had to turn it into a game. Didn't want to be stressed out like most of you. That would be no fun. So the reality is, if all you want today is the first 1,000 rules, there you go. 18 books, 18 CDs, $999 today. And if you wait, it's okay. Sales will sell it to you for $3,000. There's a Zelle, all right, direct deposit or wire. That's how we get paid. You got a choice. I still want you to give me 90 days. You give me 90 days, and I guarantee you, I'll have you on the $1 million dream. Remember, I Googled today corporate setup. I want to give it away to you for $17.99. I want to hand you $5,400 of cash credit, 3 times back in your pocket, and you're stuck with me in the classes for 90 days. I'm going to wrap and refresh your credit, rebuild you too. I'm even going to hand you the Millionaires Founders Kit as well for free. Now what excuse you got? You don't have one anymore, do you? You see, I got to get you to stop bringing the pain home. If Donald Trump can do it, so can you. Rich and famous people do it, so can you. All right, Wells Fargo Bank, so can you. His cities can do it, so can you. It's all up to you to listen to the rules and the tools to learn how to play the game. So like I told you earlier today, I hope you wrote down building up your future. You want some pizzas so you can get $24,000 of cash flow, free up your time? Let me know. You want another type of franchise? They're waiting for you too. Or you can just do some real estate. You see, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turned corporations into people. We the people. Now let's understand something. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, look at them. They're printing money 24/7. Isn't that fun? By the way, I love the United States of America Incorporated. All right, I do. Well, I just learned how to master the rules and the tools by the time I was 9.5. Shouldn't you? You see, they get to manage 50 states. Those are corporations as well. And you know all the states that are corporations, they manage their cities, their line of defense. They're so smart they even got a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. All right, check it out. It's public record. So the cities are corporations too. See, the bottom line is if you can learn the rules and tools, you can play the same game with them. Raise rules. Never have joint credit. You buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. Corporation, don't name it after you. That's called dumb. You name it what it does, that's double dum-dum. And always have up to $1 million of credit, of course. That's half the fun. By the way, when I was a kid, I also heard, don't put all your eggs in one basket. All that was is blah, blah, blah. In 1986, I finished the equation, by the way. Corporations maintain the division for real estate, franchise, current business. You got the ability to listen, but I want you to make sure you set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The ability to make sure you don't bring the pain where? Home ever again. Why? Because we the people says so. You got that ability. You got bad credit, I got to fix it and rebuild it for you, no problem. But Saturday, I got a class I do once a year, probably be my last one as well. Or I'm going to build credit, supplier and vendor credit under the tax ID. It's called Dun & Bradstreet Setup today. So guess what? At 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, we're going to have some fun. If you miss this, sorry, you let it pass you by. You got a choice today. If you want to call 877-519-7509, you can play some more too. But again, I like doing this because we get to change lives, and that's some fun. So let's understand today, like I told you in the beginning, plan on the problems. They're going to happen. They're going to come in your way. Something's going to screw with you no matter what you say or do. But if you got safety credit, the line of defense, let me tell you, you can see it, believe, and go get it all the way. If all you want today is your credit rebuild, that's okay. I'll hand it to you for $4.99. All right, get it before the salespeople do, because they're going to charge you $9.98. Through me, it's $4.99, $1,000 of credit back to you, twice your investment. It'll be expedited. You get one of these cards as well at the end of the program. And no matter what you got a mess or not, it doesn't matter. I want to get it done in 90 days or less. You got 877-519-7509. It's up to you. Again, like I said, you take a picture. It's how we get paid. Zelle, wire, deposit. At the end of the day, you got the ability, all right, and we have and understand specialty prices and bonuses that I offer good to the webinar in about 30 minutes after that. Then the sales team, they get to basically sell it at the normal price because they make their commission. So you got 877-519-7509. If you want to get stuck with me personally, because raisecredit.com is the voice of credit. You get to play, listen, and learn stuck with me. So I created something for you. It's called Millionaires in the Making Workshop, by the way. It's called Step 1. I put a bunch of pieces together for you. We rebuild your personal credit. We wrap or rescore you, give you the articles, the tax ID, the officer's list. And we put you in the classes for corporate setup for 90 days and level 1 to set up divisions too. Then from there, I'm going to analyze you twice. And I'm going to charge you normally $3,995. But today, I want to give it away to you for $2,999. By the way, I'm going to hand you $25,000 of cash credit through that system. By the way, that's 8 times your investment. I want to make sure I really take away your excuses. I'll even hand you the Millionaire's Founders Kit. All you got to do is Zelle, deposit, or wire. Now you're stuck with me. The American dream is pretty simple. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time, master Ray's rules, and make sure you set up the line of defense. You got the ability to do this each and every time. Remember what I said, Millionaires in the Making today is $2,999. All the goodies, the workshops, credit rebuilding, all right, on top of that, 8 times back to you what you invested, even the Millionaires Founders Kit. That's how we get paid. If you don't do it, that's on you. At the end of the day, I personally hold your hand at every workshop. I never pass the buck. As we do this, let's understand something today. All right, I'm going to hold your hand when it comes to, the status update. You're stuck with me. When we do a status update, I don't use your name. I use your case number. I do 98%. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. All you got to do is follow through. Today, we got to stay safe and strong. Today, we find ourselves sitting, waiting what's next to come. Remember, life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen, ladies and gentlemen. So you got 877-519-7509. Ray's rules, simple. All right, it's a profit company. At the end of the day, understand something, specialty prices are good for 30 minutes when I'm done. If you're not going to call the 877-519-7509, I'm sorry to say, you're going to stay stuck. RaysCredit.com is the voice of credit. You have 30 minutes to call, so you get all the goodies that I offered today. From there, the sales team will get you. All right, because they make their commission. And don't ever forget, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. God loves us all.